taking time to stand and stare. While snoozing in bed on Saturday morning, I dreamt about being in the garden of the house that I grew up in. My family rented the house for 20 plus years, and in that time invested a lot in the garden. It was full of beautiful plants. I can remember each year being in awe of the smell of the lilac, my dad's hilarious disdain towards the daffodils, the abundance of the rambling roses, and the delight of eating produce from the orchard and vegetable garden. Rats in the red-hot pokers. It was a remarkable garden in a beautiful place nestled in the Yorkshire wolds. In the dream, I was trying to save some plants to take away and sentimentally keep with me. This was because Mum was soon to move out, Dad had already moved to his care home, my siblings and I had all fledged. There were some little pots under the laburnum tree that I was trying to save. I remember wanting to dig up the peony. The dream ended with me thinking that I had better go in the house so that I could find out how to propagate roses and take a piece or two of my parents' white climbing rose that they had received long before as an anniversary gift. When I woke up, it took me a few moments to figure out what reality was. Where was I, and what was real? Have you ever experienced that first thing in the morning? I sometimes wonder which house I'm in which town. I suppose that's the side effect of living in different houses. When I had worked it all out, I realised that I was too late to save any plants. The house is no longer ours. My chance to keep parts of the treasured plants has gone. So I started to feel very sad. The loss of recent times was very raw. Remembering happy times with my dad especially upsetting, and recognising that there won't be any more times with him, which is painful. So I started my day in a funk. I tried my best to turn this around, changing the lens on the present. I spent time remembering the beautiful details of the garden, from the extensive blackcurrant bushes, artichokes, and taming of ducks, to the frame of an old armchair, the fish tank pond that amazingly never broke when it froze over in winter, to the Scots pine planted in amusement at how large it would get, and the potential dismay of our landlord. Using mindfulness to explore these memories really helped. It also reminded me of how powerful this tool can be, so I started my day by working hard on non-attachment, being present and mindful, noticing the beauty in the memories and the present. Often when I'm struggling, I find it helpful to do a plant tour around my home, which is now in Cambridgeshire. There is always something to do with houseplants. Leaves always need dusting, carefully checking over each plant to check for signs of any problems. I love to rearrange and find the best spots for them. I love how plant positioning can really change a room. In spring and summer, while the plants are growing at their fastest, there is a lot of propagating to be done. These things are very active, and I find they often take me down a rabbit hole. However, sometimes just moving around each plant, mindfully exploring its foliage, flowers and soil, noticing how the leaves feel and how the light moves across their leaves, taking time to stop and stare is hugely beneficial to me. How about you? Did you do this kind of exercise? Perhaps you have a ritual or routine you like to follow that helps you to feel grounded. Perhaps you'd like to make a start.